Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Psychology is Reserved. Today I am going to talk about structuralism, the first school of thought in psychology. Before starting this video, I request you all to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon. Now the first question which will come to your mind will be, what is school of thought in psychology? Let me explain this to you. In the early years of psychology, not everybody thought of psychology in the same way, as different thinkers had different opinions about it. Group of thinkers evolved as they shared similar ideas and research methodologies, and these ideas or beliefs were called schools of thought in psychology. So we can say that school of thought in psychology constitutes a different idea or belief from different thinkers about psychology. There are five schools of thought majorly talked about: structuralism, functionalism, behaviorism, dissolved psychology, and psychoanalysis. These schools of thought influenced many researchers that helped in the development of psychology. So let's talk about first school of thought, that is structuralism. Now let us understand, where does the term structuralism came from. The term structuralism was not new, but it was first associated with psychology by Edward B. Titchener in 1898. I will discuss about Titchener and his idea later in this video. Now, what is structuralism? Structuralism is the study of consciousness of mind into its basic structure. Here, consciousness can be defined as the state of being able to aware about the surroundings. Now, to understand it more, we first need to understand the idea behind it. Two thinkers are mainly associated with it, Wilhelm Wundt and Edward B. Titchener. Wilhelm Wundt was called the father of experimental psychology. The idea of structuralism was coined by Wilhelm Wundt. He called it voluntarism. Titchener was the student of Wilhelm Wundt, who brought his idea from Germany to America and named it structuralism. The basic idea of Wundt was that consciousness has many parts, and it can be explored more by breaking down it into thoughts, experiences, emotions, and other basic elements. Also, he believed that mind has a self-organizing capacity, means the mind has the power to develop or change its inner elements according to the environment. He used introspection to analyze the elements of mind. He believed that we can know about the thoughts, feelings, and motivation a person experiences with the help of introspection. Now, what is introspection? Introspection is the examination of one's own mental state. Simply put, it means to look inside and analyze the memory, perception, motivation, and excitement we feel at a particular moment when we observe something. Wundt used introspection to study the immediate experiences, the first thought, emotions, or perception you make about something. He used to train the observer a certain kind of vocabulary to describe everything. For example, he would ask his student to hold a pen and express the feelings, cognitive processes that are going on inside while holding the pen. Both Wundt and Titchener's idea of studying the consciousness was similar, but Wundt studied it as a whole, whereas Titchener was interested in parts or structure of consciousness. Titchener focused more in the structure or elements that changes or develop inside our mind. He discarded Wundt's idea of apperception. Now, what is apperception? It means that people can adjust their past knowledge and experience with new learning. Titchener used to ask his students to unlearn the past experience. He also used introspection to analyze the mind. He also used introspection to study the structure of mind. His idea of introspection was different from Wundt's. His idea totally depends on the experience of the observer. For example, if an observer is asked to express their thinking or perception about a tree, he should unlearn that it is a tree but express it in a certain learned vocabulary. So his method totally depends on the observer how he sees the tree. Later, this became the main point of criticism as it is impossible for a person to unlearn the past experience. Another criticism was no two persons can perceive the same thing in exactly the same way. I hope you find this video useful. Please like my video and subscribe to my channel for more educational videos and post your questions in the comment box.